And I'm going to spare you all from hearing my voice any further and not give a mayor's report. I think a lot of things that you can see are going on are going to be reported on by staff tonight. Next up, the city administrator.
Good evening. Okay, today is the start of another season, too, budget season. City clerk sent out notices to all the department managers and directors, but they have to have their estimated revenues and expenditures back by September 22nd. And the finance director will be helping with that. Then they'll be going to Leanne, the mayor, on October 1st for final review before it comes to council as a proposed preliminary budget on October 6th. And we'll start having budget workshops, and you know the drill. So I'll be getting you, and at committee levels, we need to start having meetings about that as well in October. I wanted you to know that the Microsoft Surface tablets will be ready for council next Monday, and that Scott from Auburn's IT will be coming over to show us how to use them. Actually, he'll be showing you how to use them. Amy and I are getting ours on Wednesday, and we're getting training for that. They have wanted us to train you too, but I think it's more important to have their training out to support us in that area. So that'll be, we're probably going to try and shoot for the first part of the meeting next week to have it done. I'm really excited for this because it's going to make a lot of what we do in the communications it's going to be seamless. And so I'm looking forward to that. Next week, staff will be bringing ordinances before the council for workshopping we need to address the water and sewer rates. They need to be made into ordinances. They're right now resolutions, and I talked to our city attorney. And this came up because we were talking about the waste management rate increase that's going to happen in November, how that also needs to be in an ordinance format. Staff is currently working with, staff and our attorney are working with a realtor on the Tridel property. I think you all might know about that. They have large arrears and LID fees as well as water utility fees. And it looks like there's a buyer for the property, and if that goes through, which we're hoping it does soon, the city will get about $120,000, so that'll be a real bonus. About $106,000 that will go to the general fund, and the rest will go to the utilities. And finally, I had a visit from our state auditor, Daryl, last week. He will be out here probably the second week of October. So it's more enjoyable, fun stuff to do. So, any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Court, Kelly.
So your August, or my August stats are in your packet.
Any questions from council? No? All right, thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.
Public safety.
I have nothing further to report unless there are questions.
Questions from council? No? No? Okay, thanks. Public works. All right, Jim.
As you know well, down South 3rd Avenue has been paid. That was, most of that, 90% of that was preservation funds from TIB. King County managed the project. TIB likes that relationship because there are several smaller cities within the county that allow King County to coordination. It allows TIB to know that they're getting better bang for their buck because there's some economies of scale by having one person manage the whole project throughout the county. Striping will come later. They like to allow it to sit a few days so that some of the oils can seep out of the upper layers because most of the paints they use are usually latex-based, and so they'll adhere better if there's a little more time. Plus, they want to make sure they'll do all the streets and all the communities at the same time. That way they can roll right from one city to the next. Stewart Road is progressing. There's been a few hiccups on the way because of existing utilities, but we're working through those issues, trying to keep the contractor moving on the road project and finding alternative ways to make sure that things get moving forward. They come forward occasionally with some ideas on how they can keep the project moving and potentially save costs and reduce conflicts. So we're working together on those issues. We are progressing. If you've been down on Valentine, you'll see that they've started doing a lot of the clearing on Valentine. They're going to be starting utility relocates next week, I believe. And so that project is progressing well. On the community development side, we've got about 3 secret notices going in the paper on Friday. There's a lot of activity going on there, so things are picking up quite a bit. Any questions?
Questions from council? Thanks, Jim. Community services. Mr. Garcia. Okay. So, city council members, any council members have anything to report on? Not a regular. No? All right. So, finance committee, I know you're meeting tomorrow night. Okay. Governance committee?
We have not.
Okay. Human services committee.
We met last Tuesday, brought up about Halloween costume parade for children, midwinter breaks, seniors having a Halloween, Christmas party, New Year's, and holiday bazaar events coming up. So, there was one other issue that I brought up.
With the consent form,
What was that about?
when kids come in, the consent form that they fill out.
Oh, yeah, that was when, related to the youth coming over and participating in events, making sure that they have consent forms, try to see if take a look at what Auburn does, see what we have in our own codes and our own rules, make sure that we just don't have children participating in events without parental consent, and then what potential liability in the city.
It seems like I saw Joanne had, Garcia got Joanne answer on that.
Okay, we hadn't heard that.
Okay, all right, I'll make sure that you get that, and you guys can have it at your meeting.
That's it.
I did make a notation for our next human services meeting.
Okay, excellent.
I put that up.
Okay. All right, public safety committee.
We haven't had a meeting recently. Do we have an idea of when we want to schedule another one? Are there any issues that come up? No?
Okay. Public works committee.
We didn't have a meeting, I don't know whether we're going to have one, but Ken is due back tomorrow, I understand, so maybe I'll be able to get a better reading next Monday.
Okay. Technology committee.
We haven't met since last time. We are scheduled to meet next Thursday. I think we're trying to meet.
This Thursday.
Right?
Yeah, so we're gonna do that because you want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So, yeah, if we can,
If
this
you
Thursday.
can.
Because the tablets are coming in soon, we want to work on the policies to get them at least in front of council. And I'm traveling next week, so.
Thursday, what time?
So we'll see at 5.
5?
October 3.
So 5 o'clock this Thursday.
Excellent. Okay, civil service commission. Okay. Park board, do you have anything to report?
Always have the opportunity. Kate Hall, 102, Alderley South, Park Board. So I'm here to let you know that the decision has been made to purchase the Morgan property, which is in the Pacific the growth
Management planning area?
So it is approximately a city block, woo-hoo, and so we will keep that for conservation, and we will be able to add it to our list of parks, just in case we lose any large parcels. And also Make a Difference Day, October 25th, we have been invited to again work on the Terry Home, Boggy Garden, and do other things around the Terry Home for Make a Difference Day. So if 4 of you could please volunteer, it's only 4, right? I can have only 3 more. I can only have 4 total?
They can all be there, they just don't want to talk about business.
Okay.
We can't touch each other.
Right, it's the 4th Saturday. It's an International Make a Difference Day. And it's from 9 to 1. Wear your dirty clothes, because you will get dirty. We provide food and treats if you stay the entire 4 hours. If you only stay 2 hours, you only get snacks. Thank you. Snacks, as in you get like cookies, but if you stay the entire time, you get ice cream. And you get a hot dog.
On for donuts.
You have to show up at 9 for donuts. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jane. Planning Commission? Anything? No?
Anything you want to add that doesn't work in
Okay, Pearson Regional Council.
So, let's save that for
Nobody
later.
there yet. South Cities Association, we meet Wednesday. South County Area Transportation, we meet next week. Valley Regional Fire Authority is tomorrow. All right. All right. Next item on the agenda, the Agenda Bill 14-149, request a waiver of fees. You gonna present that, Amy?
I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay.
If I can say it, 10th Fraternal Order of Eagles, number 362, is requesting a waiver of the park usage fees for City Park for their event to be held on September 27th. The event will be free and open to the public and will include family-friendly events as well as live music and food. The purpose of their event is to help raise money for their clubs and charities and to inform people of the FOE. Fundraising will be done by donation only.
Councilmember Jones.
Do we know a timeline of the event?
I didn't see.
No, I don't show a time for their event.
Is she here?
No.
No. I was assuming it was all day.
That's something we just need to make sure we have it.
Any other questions from council? Councilmember Carmody?
Do they need to provide insurance?
They have their own insurance. Any other questions from council pleasure?
Move to approve the waiver of the fee for the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, number 362, that effective on September 27th, 2014. Second.
Okay, Councilmember Walker.
Then this is for other organizations for events that are open this week, so this is good.
Councilmember Bethel?
Nothing further.
Any further discussion from council? Comments from the audience? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor of request a waiver of the fee for the city park, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 2014-196.
Resolution number 2014-196 is authorizing an amendment to an interlocal agreement with King County for a 2011 Conservation Futures Grant for the Pacific Hatch Habitat property purchase. Recommended action is to approve resolution number 2014-196, authorizing the mayor to sign 3 copies of the King County interlocal agreement amendment. So an invoice may be submitted for reimbursement by the county for 50% of the expenses incurred by the city relating to the Hatch property purchase. A motion for consideration is I move to approve resolution number 2014-196, authorizing the mayor to sign the King County interlocal agreement amendment for a 2011 Conservation Futures Grant.
Questions from council?
So moved.
Councilmember Putnam.
We already spent the money to buy the property, we already own the property, this is just a chance to get half the cost back from the county. I can't see why anyone would object to that.
Councilmember Walker. Right. Any further comments from council? Okay, comments from the audience? Seeing none, roll call council, please.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Case?
Aye.
Councilmember Olivera?
Aye.
Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garberding?
Aye. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 2023-02,